More details have come out about Justice Clarence Thomas's gifts that he received from the Republican billionaire megadonor Harlan Crow. On Thursday, ProPublica dropped a new report that in addition to the lavish vacations that Crow had funded for Thomas and his wife, Ginny Thomas, the justice had sold 3 personal properties to the Republican billionaire, of course, without disclosing it. One of those homes actually belonged to Thomas's mother, Leola Williams. Okay, now this is according to, again, this report. Crow purchased the Williams home in 2014, along with 2 nearby vacant lots in Savannah, Georgia. All 3 properties were co-owned by Thomas Williams and the family of Thomas's late brother. Crow paid a total of $133,363 for the properties. So, I mean, that's a lot of money. Keeping it real. And if you're asking, okay, but what's weird about this? There's a few things that are weird about it. But let me just point out the fact that it's actually substantially higher than Thomas's own valuations of this home. So now let me just go into how ironically this intersects with redlining and racism, Jim Crow, the after effects of that, which let me explain. Okay. So we know, unfortunately, that homes owned by African Americans, or that are located in black neighborhoods, the values come back less. There's racial bias in this, obviously implicit bias, racism, this long history, the fact that there's so many appraisers and appraisal companies that are, again, white. I think it was like 95 to 97% of, appraisers are white. Okay. And so there is that racist legacy, right? And by the way, I remember doing a story from a couple of years ago where appraisers went in and, this beautiful home, nice area, wonderful stuff. But the owners are black. So the appraiser comes in and massively lowballs the value of the home. Now, how did they find out that it was lowballed? Well, it turns out this couple, this family, they're like, whoa, this appraisal cannot be right. So they went and they asked their white neighbors, hey, can you pretend that you own the home for this appraiser? We want to see something. We want to figure something out because we think we got massively shortchanged here. And so the neighbor came in. The couple, the family had removed anything that could make it, look like this home was owned by a black family. And the appraiser came in, and lo and behold, appraisal came back pretty high, much higher than the appraisal before. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? There's some racism here. There's some bias in here. In fact, look, according to a 2021 study by Freddie Mac, Black and Latino homeowners are about twice as likely as white families in order when it comes to getting low appraisals for their homes. And so that's a real issue. So interestingly enough, and you can see like I'm connecting the dots here. What made this stand out to me is the fact that Crow had paid so much more money on these properties than they were valued at. So let me give you the details on that. On a 2009 financial disclosure form, Thomas said his 1/3 stake in the 3 properties amounted to $15,000 or less. Again, all 3 of the properties, $133,000. That's how much they were paid. Now, once Crow assumed ownership, he paid for $36,000 worth of improvements to Williams' home itself, including a carport, a roof repair, a new fence, and gates. So add that $36,000 to the $133,000, that's a very, very significant chunk of money that really stands out. We know the homes weren't worth that much. Again, due to obviously the repairs that they had to put into it, but also the fact that there is structural racism involved, which automatically devalues the homes. And unfairly, by the way. And so this looks like money laundering to me. Again, first thing I thought of is, oh, this is money laundering. And look, one of the reasons I say that is because Crow's a real estate guy. What's real estate famous for? Money laundering. Overpaying people for values that are not, that are not worth all of the money that they paid for in order to pay people off. We know that's what this is about. Or at least you can make a very, very, very good case. Very good case about this. Now, in response to ProPublica's new reporting, Crow said, "Oh, no. I just wanted to buy it from the Thomases to preserve it for posterity. But you also made $36,000 worth of improvements. You added a carport. That's not preserving it for posterity. You literally built onto it. And yes, repaired it as well, but you built onto it. So that's not preservation. That's upgrades, sir." He says, "Oh, no. I want to turn it into a museum dedicated to the Justice Thomas, my good friend, Justice Clarence Thomas." Wow. Now, the other thing that was interesting about this is, wait, what happened to Leola Williams? Does she still live there? Good question. Now, ProPublica reporters said that, yeah, we are certain that Thomas's mother lived in the house at least through 2020. Now, her public records and social media and neighbors say, oh yeah, she still lives there. So now she's living in a house owned by Harlan Crow. Now, Slate reporter Sharon Ali also confirms that she lives there. So now, again, she's living in a home owned by the billionaire Harlan Crow. That's super weird. Very, very weird. Again, money laundering. That's what it sounds like. And then again, add in the fact that he fixed up the place and let Williams live there. Is it just money laundering? Is it a bribe? Is it a combination? I'm not entirely sure, but there's a lot of sus stuff going on here. All right. It's pretty bizarre. And just add that to the fact that this guy's been dropping money all over the place to Thomas and his family, his wife, his mom. Oh, yeah, well, maybe he's just super generous, Okay, but even if that's the case, Thomas is a Supreme Court justice, and Crow is a billionaire with ties to massive conservative organizations. And not only that, but he has his own financial interests that could be impacted by cases not brought by him, because that would be a very, very direct conflict of interest, obviously, and there would be massive calls for Thomas to recuse himself. But there are connections to these groups who have filed amicus briefs to go in front of the Supreme Court. Huge conflicts of interest. Okay? So, look, if the intention is to influence him, that would be very, very obvious. And even if it isn't, you don't think that Thomas would be influenced by this? Honestly? Like, literally, your mom lives in a house owned by Crow. I couldn't imagine not feeling influenced by this. And again, it's super, super dubious because guess what? Just like everything else, Clarence Thomas did not disclose this when he was supposed to. Look, it's a violation of federal disclosure laws. That's very obvious. Several experts told ProPublica that it's a violation. Justices and other public officials must disclose real estate sales over $1,000. But just like his other so-called gifts, they were kept secret because, of course, they were, and it implies that Thomas knew that this would have a negative effect on his opinion and the opinion of the court. Thomas, look, in my opinion, Thomas has absolutely no desire to even be 1%, interested in ethical behavior. No, he's the most corrupt justice I've ever seen. Again, has refused to recuse himself in so many different cases that even have personal involvement for him, like the release of transcripts involving his wife, Jenny Thomas, and January 6th. I think he's massively personally corrupt and doesn't give a damn. Because as of now, no one has ever held him accountable. And I don't know if anyone ever will. So, guy probably thinks, why? I'm untouchable. No one's going to come after me. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. Sad day for you. That's why he's got to go.